Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask a few questions of another co-founder. This is Mr. Andy Thayer. Hey, Mr. Thayer, could you give us a little bit of insight on your vision for Critical Bits?
My vision for Critical Bits? Well, right now it's kind of a small website, but I think we're mostly just trying to be a niche site. I mean, if we can make something useful for somebody, it doesn't matter how many times we do that or how much that is. It's helping somebody get something that they want.
Right on.
So we're starting off as a niche site, and Mortal Kombat's a big focus right now. It's a hot game. A lot of people like it.
Cool, cool. Hey, my understanding is you are a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to gaming platforms. Hey, tell me this thing. I'm curious, who are among your favorite developers?
Well, gaming developers, I like a lot of the old school ones, Sega, Nintendo, Square, Atlas and Treasure, Konami, Capcom. But as far as hardware is concerned, I was a Sega fan for sure, but when they died, it was come on Nintendo for me as far as that goes. Favorites, that is. Nintendo's new hardware, I'm very stoked about that. I can't wait for E3, learn a lot more about it. The big controllers, the 6-inch screens, that sounds bulky as hell, but we'll see.
Right on. Hey, when it comes to style, hey, what kind of gaming platform? What's your favorite style of or your favorite flavor of game, man?
Well, I like all kinds of stuff. I guess at the core, I like RPGs, but my fondest memories of games, aside from, say, Final Fantasy XI, is the old school stuff. Super Mario World is probably my biggest inspiration.
Right on, yeah.
The old Nintendo stuff, Legend of Zelda, the first Metroid game, Castlevanias. I love platform. I love simple 2D graphics. I like tight controls. It's all about gameplay.
Right on. Let's talk a bit about new releases then. Is there any potential new release that you're most excited about?
Oh gosh, probably right now, Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, the remake that they made for 3DS. I am really stoked about that. A little sad to admit that I didn't pick a 3DS at launch. I already have Street Fighter 4. That's really the only game for it at launch. But the remake of Zelda, although I do have that, I've got to play it again. It's in 3D this time.
Right on. What are your major influences? Growing up as a kid, what were those childhood games that you thought were most outstanding?
I already mentioned Super Mario World. That game just rocked my world. Before that, it was probably Super Mario Brothers, then Super Mario 3, and then Super Mario World. Those platforming games, they just really get down to the core elements of what makes gaming fun, and it's so immersive when you have complete and utter control of your character without any distractions in the game design. Just up, down, left, right. That's the way to do it.
Right. Is there any particular unique insight that you think you will bring to the website critical-bits.com?
Well, being kind of focused on a few games at once right now, although trying to contribute to that a bit, I'm also trying to fill in the gaps. I want Critical Bits to have a bit more depth than just a game or two at a time. Ultimately, I do want to see us expand and become a bigger enterprise, and so I'm trying to lay down the infrastructure for that right now.
Got it. Hey man, who the hell is David Ward?
David Ward is a secret ninja. He's a pretty hardcore gamer. If only he would be behind his camera instead of me. He's a very brilliant gamer. He needs to work for some company like debugging their software for them. You might see more of him eventually. I guess he's on DC Universe.
Always.
Yeah, he's playing one of the good guys.
Is he a god? I'm just not sure.
He was talking to me about some trick he had exploited to where... They found a way to whispering secretly like one or two other players like, hey, you can't record this. You can't put this on there. I can't talk about David Gordon like that. I'm sorry. No. Don't put that on the website.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry.
Look out for this guy, though, right?
No.
Yeah. And any other final thoughts that you'd like to bring to the table?
Well, you know, criticalbits.com, you know, with a dash in between the words. Check us out.
Yeah.
It's hardcore.
It's
We're trying to be as hardcore as we can, man.
Hey, do you like shooters, man? Just get, yeah.
Now, when you say shooters, God, I hate this new term shmups, because those are the shooters that I like, and I
That's
love
not even
them.
a word to know. What is
It's
a shmup?
not. Shoot 'em ups. Right. Like old school, like Gradius or whatnot, you know. 2D shooters.